Did you already test them?
Yeah, just
I probably need to hold it first. Yeah.
Alright, no, everyone's gonna be asked first. But I'm just gonna pass it over to Spencer because I've been talking.
Hey guys, my name is Ashton Dane. Welcome to the 2019 Annual Winter Media Day. Today we have bowling, wrestling, boys swim and dive, and girls and boys basketball. Today we will start off with bowling. So last year the boys bowling team had another incredible season after taking third at state with Cameron Kotwitz placing second and Evan Calkins in sixth. The girls team also didn't do too bad by seeding both Jordan Richards and Malia Smotherman to state. Both teams are reloaded and ready with returning seniors, leaders, and some underclassmen to step in the roles left empty. Gage Hunsaker, Spencer Griffin, and Carter Coker are some of those leaders. Coaches, any opening statements?
Yeah, I'm excited for this year. Last year we had a lot of success, like she had mentioned. A big one for us. This is actually the boys took third at state, so that was a huge opportunity. The boys did really, really well, and we're bringing back a lot of the same kids. So I'm pretty excited for the opportunity to continue to grow. And on the girls' side, we did lose quite a few seniors, but there's a lot of young talent. So we're really excited about where things go from here.
All right, we can open up to questions now.
I think for the girls team, we definitely had some good seniors. I know there's a couple good girls left for like top varsity and varsity. We'll have to get a lot of new incoming people so we can get a good varsity or a good JV team and like get us girls going strong again.
I think for the boys, definitely, we did lose two seniors. But I think with our JV, because they've improved so much, there's a lot of guys who've just started bowling and they just have improved a ton over the summer. And just definitely with our current seniors, we have a few seniors and we've all improved a lot.
What do tryouts consist of for bowling? Well, since there's gonna be a lot of people trying out, it's usually just like one game a day, basically, or if we can get two in, and then you'll put your scores together. Yeah, that's basically it.
So losing all the seniors that you did last year, how are you guys going to step up this year and right now leading all the underclassmen to have another successful season?
Since I think all of the seniors we have now, they're all we've all been on the team for 4 years. And plus with the underclassmen, we've already made pretty good relationships. And us, I think we're being one of the better Olathe teams. It's just gonna kind of already help them with that.
So you guys mentioned many people have improved over the off season. So what exactly does the off season look like, and like how does it make you better bowler?
I know a lot of the guys go to like summer leagues and they'll do that. So I know Zach did that with my brother and I. So I mean, just working on over the summer basically can help you improve by a long shot.
And another part to that is there are camps that are run by different people throughout the summer as well. So there are camps, there are tournaments, there are a lot of kids that just go out and practice, and that's kind of one of those things. It's nothing that is really all that organized unless you're in a league, but there are a lot of our students that the reason for the success is the fact that they do go out and do that extra work during the summer.
Personal or team? I know as like personal, just kind of staying more consistent, I guess. And then for team, I know we've got a good enough team to make it pretty far this year and maybe win the whole thing. So that's my goals.
Yeah, my main goal, we got third in state last year, so I just want to try to see if we can get first or second. And then I want to win the city meet again and then hopefully regionals.
I guess my goal is to try to get to state for the girls as a team. Hopefully it'll happen, but I'm not sure. And then try to get like a new high game, I guess.
I'd definitely say Olathe East. I know both the girls and boys kind of have a rivalry going, I guess. But that's my matchup that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, with Olathe East, we're kind of head-and-head, probably the better Olathe schools. We did end up beating them out regionals to go to state, so that was pretty good. But I know the years before, it's kind of been mix and match.
I guess Olathe East too. I don't really have any other schools, but yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here, but that's all the time we have today for bowling. And yeah, we wish you the best of luck for your season this year. We'll be back with boys swim and dive. All right, and we're back with Media Day, and right now we're going to take it over to the boys swim and dive. So last season, the boys did an awesome job taking 5th at league and 12th at state, although they lost quite a few seniors of 5, plus Nathan Peck's 8th place in the 500 free. This year looks pretty impressive with 10 seniors and about 43 people on the team. So looking forward to the season. Coach, any opening statements?
Yeah, they've been working really hard so far. We have our first meet tomorrow in Topeka. It's a fun meet for us because it's at the state pool, so our goal is to have that be our first and our last meet of the season. We did lose 5 seniors last year, so 5 of our state kids, but we're looking forward to having everybody else step up, and we're kind of changing some of our strokes and stuff to fill in the positions that we lost last year.
Okay, and now I'll open up to any questions.
How do you pace yourself during a race?
So I swim the 500, which is a distance event, which is really crucial in pacing. So when you swim the 500, to keep track of how many laps you've done, you have a counter that has this like plastic turny thingy, and it has the number of laps that you've done on it. So they stick it in the water, and that tells you. And if you're going too slow, so like if you just swim your last 50 at a pace that won't put you where you want to go for your final time. They'll shake it or whatever, and that will tell you to go faster. So that's really good. Yeah, what about you, Daniel, in like 100, sprinting?
In 100, there's really no pacing. You kind of try to just go out as fast as you can, and whatever you have left, you got to hold it.
Yeah, for sprinting events, you just go all out for yeah.
It's just seeing them challenge themselves and see the hard work pay off at the end. Our first week, we swam 30,000 yards, and which is about 17 miles. We started morning practices yesterday, so these guys will swim 8 practices a week. They work really hard, meets are really hard, but then to see them hit their goals is the most fun. And just that they're such a tight-knit group, they really enjoy being around each other outside of the season. So that's probably two most rewarding things for me.
A couple personal goals. We want to break our 400 free relay record. That's been a goal for the last couple of years, and we think that this year we have the best possible chance to do it. And then
I'm going for the school record in the 500 freestyle. I feel like it's a pretty attainable goal for me, so we'll see how I do tomorrow, and I'll kind of gauge how well I'm going to do for the rest of the season probably.
Yeah, some of my personal goals are probably just get top 8 in a couple events this year. So yeah.
So those are all like personal goals for you guys. What are some teams and some team goals that you guys want to accomplish this year?
Yeah, so one team goal that I think we can really attain is top 3 at league. We've done it, I think, 2017, I think, or 18, my bad. And probably get top 8 at state as a team, so which is always a goal.
Yeah, we have those goals of doing better at state. We didn't do as well as we wanted to last year. We had a lot of things in our way, and hopefully we won't have that problem this year.
I think a really good goal always is just a more tight-knit team, better relationships, and just like everyone improving in general, and building character, obviously. What keeps you motivated throughout the season?
So really, motivation is really just hitting those best times, because obviously you work towards it, and at the end of the year when you're not super tired, because we rest a little bit for the big meets, and it just helps in getting those best times towards the end of the year.
Yeah, just trying to reach your goals and whatnot, and competing with these guys is always fun.
I would say just, looking at guys that are faster than you from other schools, and just, trying to beat their times, trying to out-touch them at the races and stuff. So, yeah.
Are there any new traditions this year or pre-meet things you guys like to do to hype up?
Yeah, so I don't know how long, but we used to do this warm-up dance at our home meets. But I think that's gonna die this year. We have a new mascot this year. His name is Ray. He's a great influence on the team. Yeah.
Yeah, just the same thing that he talked about with Ray and the old dance going away.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I wish you guys the best of luck tomorrow in your meet and for the rest of the season. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we're back with wrestling, and this year wrestling is different from past seasons. They lost 5 senior varsity wrestlers. The team has looked to fill their spots, though. Not only that, the wrestling room has been switched, and now the girls have their own competitive team ever, with Keisha only allowing their only girls team. With senior leaders Quentin Talbert, Kaden Howard, and Ashley Franken, the team looks to have another successful season. So, Coach, any opening statements?
Well, I'll just reiterate what you had said. We did have a location change, so the weight room and our wrestling room kind of switched, so that added some good things and some things that are challenging. We have a girls team this year, which is open to any female participants. Is Keisha sanctioned, and that adds a new challenge. And we have obviously seniors that had left to new underclassmen and everything in between. So it's going to be a challenging season, but yet I got great leadership, as you can see right across from me right now, and I'm looking forward to the season.
All right, and I'll open up to any questions.
This is for the boys. Seeing that you guys are both committed to college now, what else are you going to use as motivation for the season?
I'd say this season is mostly just focused on accomplishing our goals from the past 4 years and get better for next year and the next 4 years.
All right. Yes, I agree with Caden. I want to work on my personal goals that I have, and the team goals obviously as well.
I'd say this year I'd do the same as the past 3 years. Nothing changes. I'm just a senior now, so we have more people coming up this year, friends. So it's just the same thing as the past 3 years.
And I have a question for Ashley. So, being a new sport, how are you adapting to it and getting used to all the practices and everything like that?
It's tough. Yeah. It's extremely different than my normal sport, which is soccer. The conditioning that you have to do wrestling is well beyond any conditioning that I've ever done before. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of mental strength to get through practice some days. So that's been the biggest tough challenge. So.
I think the most bonding we have is usually the team trips when we travel out of town and get like hotels and stuff. It's really fun just to hang out with the team and have fun before a hard tournament or a dual tournament. And yeah, that's what.
I guess they're bonding right now. The bonding for individual sports is a little bit challenging, but like they mentioned, we do go out of town quite a bit. So sometimes the bus rides, the suburban rides, they have to talk to each other, or they have to tell jokes or whatever. Social media, they start sharing that kind of stuff. But this is a weight management type of sport, and any time that you have to stay disciplined, watch what you eat, watch what you drink, and do extra workouts outside of our sport, it's kind of a bonding experience too. I know that these two for sure go to the gyms outside of just practice times, so they'll probably go together, go to meet some other teammates there, et cetera, et cetera. So training together, believe it or not, helps in that bonding experience.
I've always wanted to do it, and my brother and my dad had always done it. But my parents were basically kind of like, hey, you can do it. And I felt more comfortable this year since they sanctioned girls, just because, I don't want to get demolished by a guy. So that's kind of what it was. So, yeah.
Okay, and I have one for Coach Mesa. So, now that the girls has their own team, have you adapted your coaching at all? Because girls can be a whole different breed sometimes.
Yeah, you all are a different breed sometimes. And Ashley, you can speak up too if need be. I treat them the same. I really treat them the same. And that's kind of the detail I was telling. We have 8 girls right now that are actively participating in practice, and I believe 5 that are going to actually compete against, you know, other teams. And so I told them right up, I'm going to treat you like a wrestler, not like a girl wrestler, not like a guy wrestler. I'm treating you like a wrestler. And I pretty stuck to that, I believe. I get after them, yell at them like I do these other two knuckleheads. I do have to watch what I say a little bit. Sometimes I don't say always the PC or the, sometimes I might curse a little bit, but I definitely have to watch what I say, just overall. And I should do that anyway, but because I got a weird sense of humor, but so I have to at least manage that. Practices, they've changed a little bit, not just for the females, but underclassmen that we have. We have a high number of freshmen and sophomore also that haven't really done wrestling. And so we might go a little bit slower right now. We're still training the same as far as drills, as far as live goes, but we do take a little bit of more time to talk about details and whatnot. And the good thing is like I said, the guys have kind of accepted them. The girls accepted being in that role as well. It's going to be a learning experience for everybody, but things are changing for the better, for sure.
Yeah, Dee.
I'd say cutting weight really changes the whole aspect of the sport. You go all week watching, managing what you're eating, and usually by the end of the week, you're either hungry or thirsty, and then it's tough. You have to go compete the next day or that same day and replenish your nutrients and stuff. It's tough.
Yeah, cutting weight. It's really difficult. You have to have a lot of discipline, you know, like sitting at lunch watching your friends eat, and then you have like a little granola bar or like half a bottle of water. But it's all like, it gets you tougher, and sometimes you can compete better, but usually you have like less energy. But otherwise, you just kind of have to do it if you want to get to a lower weight class, or you could always bump up if you wanted to.
Are you worried about cutting weight, Ashley, at all?
I mean, I already have, so it's...
Okay. I think in the sport, it got hot in our room yesterday. It was really hot in our room. It's like a summer day, believe it or not. And they were all sweating and whatnot. So some of that weight's going to be cut naturally. Caden probably is one of the more disciplined guys we have on the team. He eats right. He eats pretty clean, and maybe not all the time, but he does a lot. Quentin likes to challenge that a little bit. He was eyeballing that pizza back there already, and but they're both awesome, and they try to help out the underclassmen. It's not a fun thing that happens in our sport. We do have to manage, but being young, it's harder to stay disciplined, especially when you have the menus that we have at lunch, and when you're on your own a little bit. It is tough to kind of, I guess, narrow a smart diet in order to follow, because I do tell them to eat, I do tell them to drink and hydrate, and it's just up to them how they do it.
All right, thank you guys so much. I wish you the best of luck this season, and yeah, good job.
And we're back. I'm Katie Parks alongside the girls basketball team. Last season, the girls had a solid season with a record of 16-9. This year, the girls will be missing a big part of their offense in Sarah Beth Geldner, as she was a huge part of the team for the past seasons. This year, Coach has 3 studs, Liz Thomas, Mary Reber, and Riley Way, to take on the leadership for the team. Coach, any opening statements?
Thank you for having us out today. First, want to make sure you get a nice tight shot of my sponsors here. Hy-Vee Water, M&M cookies, and pepperoncinis. So let's make sure that you get a nice tight shot of that. Thank you for their support this year. Really excited about this year. Besides these 3 up here, we've got a solid squad of girls with lots of experience. Some of these seniors have played and have made it to state twice in their careers here at Olathe Northwest and have a chance to do it 3 times before they leave. So that's pretty big. What's not big is our stature. We're not very tall. Unless Katie Parks wants to come out and play some basketball, which might be. She's kind of close proximity. What do you think? All right, putting her on the spot? Okay, all right, maybe. Oh, she says maybe. That's good. You like that? She said maybe. I know, she said maybe a lot. So that's about all I've got for opening statements.
Questions are out to reporters.
How do you balance basketball and schoolwork?
I mean, just by, like, when I get home, like, I usually try to do my schoolwork, like, right away after practice. Like, you definitely have practice, like, right after school, so it can be a challenge sometimes because you're tired and worn out and, like, don't want to have to think or, like, even touch your backpack, but it's a grind, yeah, especially as a senior, too, because, yeah.
Anything out of that?
What is it like playing with your siblings?
Okay, well, that's not me.
I think it's pretty, it's special, I guess. I mean, you only get 4 years to play with each other, and then they'll go to different colleges, which we are. So just soak in every minute.
My sister's a freshman, so I haven't got to actually play with her yet, but it's a good bonding experience since I'm leaving next year and moving to Colorado.
How can a shorter lineup be beneficial for this year?
Ball movement, and we're good shooters, so getting outside of the 3-point line, beyond the NBA point line. Yeah.
We're also, like, really fast. Yeah. Like, it's also hard for teams to match up with us because we are all, like, guards, and we can all handle the ball and all shoot, so it's definitely hard for both teams.
The team has such a great bond. How does that contribute to the success?
I think since we have such a great bond, like we are on the same page, so like we don't have to like communicate as well, but we still have to communicate, but we're just like less communication.
Yeah.
So from the seasoned seniors, what kind of impact do you hope to leave on the basketball program here at ONW?
Good. Okay. I want all of us to get stronger, and there's only going to be maybe 2 seniors next year, so the legacy that we're going to leave kind of needs to pass through all the grades, and so energy, communication, teamwork, bonding.
I think we're also, like, trying to start some new traditions to carry on for the next couple of years, so that's definitely something we're working on.
What team are you guys most excited to play this year?
There's a lot. The West game is always fun.
Yeah, we don't want to lose the West. Other ones are Olathe East and Olathe North, obviously.
I think Olathe East is my main one, and Shawnee Mission Northwest, because we know like a lot of people from there, and it's always a tight battle. Liz.
Easy. I mean, on a good day.
Oh.
Kidding.
All right. But if it's pigs, I'd win. Gotta ask.
You're right.
It'd be me. I could dunk it. It'd be me.
What are some things you guys do like outside of the playing to like bond?
I mean, we had our lock-in last Friday, I believe. That's pretty fun.
We're also doing Little Sister, Big Sisters. So each senior and junior is assigned a freshman or sophomore, and we give like little presents and little notes each week. So that really gets everyone together. He's always been there for me. I think he gets on me when I need to get my attitude checked or whatever I need to do in a game and in practice. He's also made me a better shooter. I still shoot pretty short sometimes, but it's a straighter shot and I'm getting better percentages.
Well, if you like, are you counting like just not seniors or everyone? Okay, well, Miss Holly McCormick over here, that's big time. We also have some good sophomores that I think will have to step up this year, like Zoe and Izzy and Taylor Veggie, yeah. So.
That is all the time we have left today. Thank you to Coach Burnstrom and the girls basketball team. Up next, we got the boys basketball team. And we're back with what seems like the whole boys basketball team. The Ravens men's basketball team ended their season last year with a record of 6-14, losing 2 seniors in Chris Martinez and Chase Franks. Coach Mike Grove is looking for some kids to step up to the plate. With 6 seniors this year, that won't be much of a problem. Coach, opening statements.
Well, again, I want to thank the e-com department and Olathe Northwest for holding this media day. I have 6 seniors. I want to make sure that I brought all of them up with me because they're going to be an integral part of what takes place between now and sub-state. So again, I want to thank the school and Katie and everyone in the econ department for hosting this event.
All right, questions out to reporters.
Yes, in the back. Bubble drill. It's a rebounding drill. It's a toughness drill. There's consequences if you lose, you run. It's all about physicality, and it's basically a loose ball drill. Guys love it. Yes, ma'am.
This one's for you, Coach Rowe. Having strong players on your team for the past several years, what makes this group of seniors so special?
Well, these guys have been together for a long time. Most of them played in middle school together, grew up together, playing biddy basketball together. So I think that's they've got a connection. You know, we went on a retreat last weekend. Actually, it was 2 weekends ago, and you know, one of the things they want to do is they want to finish the fourth. I mean, last year, 7 of our last 9 games were lost when the game was tied, or we were up 1 or down 1 going into the fourth. So they've bonded, they've connected. They also know the task that is at hand, and finishing the fourth it will be critical for us to having a good season. Yes, ma'am. We're gonna take the 5th on that, and no, I think that the girls have a great program, and we look forward to watching them play this year.
I think we would win.
Any other questions in the crowd? Yes, in the back. Best ball handler? Probably our point guard. Raise your hand, point guard.
Raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am, up front.
How does you guys like been playing together since like middle school or prior to that? How does that help you bond or play better as a team now in high school?
I don't know about these other guys, but I mean, I played with JL since 4th grade, and it's just kind of like that connection on the court, that unspoken connection, kind of like, hey, I know where he's going to be, I know what his strengths and weaknesses are, so I can kind of build on those.
I haven't played with any of these guys since, or first time I played with them was freshman year, and ever since then, like, it was an automatic click. Like, it didn't seem forced, like, it was just a natural flow, and so it makes it easier on the court when I know they have my back.
So obviously you guys have a lot of senior leadership on this year's team, but who are some underclassmen that you see stepping up this year?
Well, we've got some underclassmen that are going to play major minutes for us. Brady Robinson Jr., Ben Gukanis Jr. I don't know if I said that last name correctly. I call him BG. And Zay Dejani, a sophomore. So those 3 guys are going to be critical pieces for us to be successful. So, yeah. In the back.
About my what?
How do you feel about stepping in the shoes of your older brother?
I don't know. I guess like it doesn't really bother me. Like it's kind of some pressure because like he was pretty good, but I'm a different player than him because he was a lot bigger than me and he weighed a lot more. But I'd say I'm probably quicker, so it doesn't really bother me. Am I gonna dunk? Yeah. I mean, if I feel like it.
Any other questions out there? Yes, right here.
What kind of schools this year are you looking forward to matching up against?
What kind of schools? Well, I think that you know, we'll adapt and try to play to any type of style or team that we play against. Obviously, the guys look forward to playing all the Olathe schools. We talk about the very next game on our schedule is the most important game of the year for us. So we'll kind of take that approach. And right now, we're really looking forward to playing Wellsville in the first round of the Wellsville tournament. Question up front? I thought you had a question. I'm sorry. Yes, in the back. I won't be able to answer that.
I think I would definitely win because I'm just a straight bucket. I think I shoot like 100% from the field.
Carter, you take your medicine here in about 5 minutes. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. That's actually a really interesting question because I think we all kind of have certain strengths and certain spots on the floor that we shoot specifically well from. Like I know Christian's a really good outside shooter. I know D's got some really cool layup packages that he's put together over time. But I mean, we've all just got like certain skills that the other one doesn't have. So it'd be a really interesting game.
Anything else out there today?
What are some things you guys do like off season to prepare for the high school season?
I can take this one. All right, so so preseason always starts in the morning, Tuesday through Thursday. Wednesday being a scrimmage at like 6 in the morning, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are they're like stations, I guess, that we do. We do like lane slides, cone jumps, some closeout drills, some boxing out drills, and then after that, it's either we do the same session again or we just run and come out of town. Where did we go? We played at MNU, we played in Northwestern Missouri State, and KMO, and we performed very well at each one of those, and so that made me really excited for the season as well.
In the back. Well, it's a good time to be off in that we kind of cram the first part of the season. We'll play 5 games. Starting next Monday, we'll play 5 games in 12 days. And then you're off for about 6 or 7 days. I think it's good for the guys and their families. From a coaching perspective, it's tough because we have to go back and do a little bit of conditioning again. The guys love that, the ladders and 5-man weave for 1 minute. We haven't done that this year, so they're looking forward to that. They've really asked a lot about that. But no, that's tough. But it's also, I think it's a good time of the year to get away, be with your families, travel, where you can't do that over the Thanksgiving break just because we need the practices. We only give them 1 day off at Thanksgiving. So, speaking on behalf of the coach, I think it's just good that they have time to be with their families. But it's kind of like 2 seasons. You put some stuff in, you see how it's going. If you made a mistake and it's not the right thing, you have some time at Christmas break. You've got 6 or 7 practices before you play your next game. So if you need to make a major change offensively or defensively, that's the time to do it because that's really the last time to do it. But then, you get into January, you play every Tuesday, Friday, and then you have a tournament. And that's how the rest of the season goes. So, I think it's good to have some time off, but then also you have to be careful to make sure guys don't eat too much and sleep too much. Yes, Q in the back.
I know I do. I don't know exactly where I want to go yet, but I know I do want to either run track or play basketball collegiately. Just me then. All right.
I know personally I looked into it, but it's a very competitive sport, basketball, for scholarships and for playing time at the collegiate level. It's also a huge commitment, and it's really kind of like, do you want to have that commitment throughout your college career? And I think a lot of us have made the decision that we'd like to end it with high school just because we want to have that traditional college experience.
That is all the time we have left today. I want to thank Coach Grove and his boys basketball team. And that is a wrap on Winter Media Day 2019.